join us here, live. We want to welcome you to the evil empire where we will undoubtedly end the world. Maybe you can help me save it. Here, live. It's the Josh Show. Welcome to Journey Through the Pick Line. I'm doing it a tiny bit early today. Not Journey Through the Pick Line. Those darn evil people trying to stop my evil plan. You should probably check that out, though. That's kind of a cool thing. Hi, and welcome to the Josh Show. That's right. It is October 12th, 2021. 2021. And I just wanted to say today is a good day for all of us here. Today's episode is called Raise Your Flag, guys. I am very proud, and I mean this very proud, to be an American. I'm not proud how this country was founded. I'm not proud about what they did to indigenous people, and we'll talk about that next week. But I am behind the military because they only followed the orders that were given to them through the... I don't know how to do that. How do I do the... It's telling me to do something, and I don't know what it's telling me to do, so fuck it. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, whatever. It's telling me to change my frame rate here, and I don't know how to do that, so... Anyway, I'm live, and you guys don't really care. Alright, so, there are other things we need to discuss today, and it is, important information, guys. Okay, I was going to go to the military when I was 18. I had an accident in my back that prevented me from joining any kind of services because, that's what happens when you have an accident that defines you. So, it's one of those deals where I have a lot of people in my family who are, ex-military. I really gotta focus, guys. I'm sorry. I kind of woke up literally 15 minutes ago. So you're kind of getting a tired kiddo here. Alright. Just want you to go away. Anyway, I get this little screen to do it, so okay, I don't get to see my pretty face. Big whoop, right? So, because of that accident, I promised myself that from that day forward, I would always be honoring the United States military because I wanted to be one of them. I wanted to join them. I wanted to do a lot of things with them. But fate had different plans for me. So, yay, fate. And then, life went back to being weird again. Cancel. Don't want to end this stupid thing. I just don't want to be on this stupid page again. Dashboard. So, we're going to go back to... Anyway, so, back to the show, guys. Okay, see, the reason I'm a little bit flustered right now is I just got out of the hospital, too, and I've been having some back issues, and the medication I'm on is making me loopy. So, I'm kind of losing sentences and crap. And sometimes my mind doesn't always cooperate with me. Today's one of those days, especially if I just woke up, not too long ago. So, Why is it, when I say raise your flag, what do I mean by that? Your military is a reflection of who you are as a people, only in the fact that how they do and act and what they do impacts everybody and impacts everyone. It's not that you don't want it to work or you can't make it work or stuff like that. So the past people who have done horrible bad things in the name of our military, those people I condemn. Those are the people who should be dishonorably discharged and shouldn't be honored and shouldn't be looked at as a veteran. They did something wrong to our country, and they did something wrong to the people that they were supposed to be a family and a unit with, but they couldn't do it. And if you're in a military family, you know what it's like to have to move around and stuff like that. Now, I wasn't in a military family. I was part of a military family, but my mom wasn't in the military. My dad wasn't in the military. I was going to be the first one in our generation to go into the military. Like I said, back accidents aside, I decided that, okay, if I can't live a life of service that way, I'll live a life of service a different way. I decided to go the spiritual route instead of the military route. Life would have turned out very different for me if I had done that. So, but be proud of our veterans. Be proud of what they've done to try to keep us safe. I mean, after 9/11, we should have all just realized that we all need to just stick together instead of driving ourselves apart. We started to drive ourselves apart again, so the universe said, nope, I'm going to keep you at home a while so you can think about things. COVID happened, right? That's what happens. COVID happens. Gotta get my first cigarette in, me. So, it's where we really have to realize that, when you're in that kind of service, when you've dedicated your life to helping others and serving your country, the kind of commitment that takes, the kind of duty that takes, the kind of thing that takes for you to do, it's not easy. They may come home different because they were a part of something that wasn't so nice, or downright evil, or downright depressing, or shit, they saw something that they never should have seen in their entire lives, but they did, and there's nothing they could have done about it. There's nothing they could have done to save anybody, change anything, do anything. But they had to witness history happen, just like some people had to witness history happen on 9/11. Why do we forget about that? Why do we forget that was the defining moment for our country? We could have used that to catapult us into the stratosphere. We could have pulled ourselves together, and we could have been one proud nation again. And what happened? 1 or 2 years later, we're all back to doing the same crap to each other again. But when you're in the service, when you're doing your duty, you're doing it to not for your own ego, not for your own petty little dreams. Yes, you have your own dreams. Maybe you want to go to school. Maybe you want to graduate in a certain field. Maybe you want to be a part of the military just because you want to be a part of the military. Those choices aside, how can you tell somebody that that's not a right choice for them and what they're doing? Now, you might say, well, the people in charge are evil and we shouldn't trust them and they're going to use our military to do things like that. I don't necessarily always trust the government, but I trust the people serving that government to have a moral core that says if they're being ordered to kill billions of people, they're not going to do that, So if they're suddenly told, okay, anyone who's black, you kill now, they're not going to do that. I'm sorry, they're not going to obey that order, okay? But they are going to obey orders like this enemy insurgent troops coming down the pike with a gun, blaring lots of bullets at us. You take them out by any means necessary. And then we live in the great, powerful, wise old greatness of thinking about what would happen, right? So, next week, and I don't want to diss my military friends and family and people, but next week is about the indigenous people in their land and what it took to do that. Now, you're going to say to yourself, well, doesn't that conflict with your theory of great military? Yes, but I said in the beginning that they don't always do everything right. Sometimes events happen that are egregious or just downright horrible. Like I said, 9/11 is a prime example. No one expected that. At least no one who was in the local everyday community. Maybe they expected something, but maybe not that, because they were sure surprised when it happened. Or they'd been on top of it, it would have never happened. They would have shot those planes down out of the sky. It would have been like, because there's people to save everybody else. I mean, at first we thought it was an accident, and then we thought it was something else. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, if you're thinking about joining the service, and you're thinking about joining the military, I want you to really take a deep, hard look at your life and ask yourself one question. Who am I doing this for? Am I doing it for me, or am I doing it for everybody else who lives in this country? Because that's the question every military person needs to ask. Who am I doing this for? Am I doing this for one individual, or am I doing it for everybody? And the answer always has to be everybody. The answer has to be, I work with my team, I work with my people. It's about teamwork and honor and following orders that are good orders. Sometimes we have to fight wars that aren't pretty, so, sometimes you have to kill a couple people that you may not necessarily want to, but because they're the dangerous people, you kill them, because they fired first, you killed them, I don't know all the rules and shit for things like that. Like I said, I never got my opportunity to go into the goddamn military. So, it's kind of like, what do I do now? So I went down the spiritual path, became a minister, became a bunch of food stuff, fast food restaurant work, worked for Walmart, worked for the bus company. I mean, take a deep breath and realize that they're defending us right now, even though they are non-reserve right now, or maybe they're reserved, or maybe there's something completely different. Maybe they're active military. They're serving and doing this for you. They're not doing it for themselves, they're doing it for you. They're doing it because their team needs you to do what they need them to do. They need everybody to do their job the right way so the best possible outcome can come with the least bodies on the ground, with the least casualties possible. They always try to do the best they can, but life isn't like that, folks. Life isn't like that. Stray bullets can wing a perfectly innocent child and start another war. That had nothing to do with them doing anything wrong or anything. All that happened is they were in the wrong spot at the wrong damn time and the wrong kid died. Could start a different war. You never know. And it's not like they're not kind of trying to come and get to us. So, we have to take it in stride. So what do you do? You are deciding right now, at least if you're watching this show and you're thinking, I wanted to think about joining the military and what that might mean for me. I don't have those answers. You'll have to go to the local websites for those answers, because I didn't read up on all of that, because I figured I want the average everyday response to what people think about. This is just my average everyday response to it. I think about the military a lot. I think about what they're doing, how they're doing it, and why they're doing it. And I thank them every single day that they are. Because I get to sit here and do a show, a comedy satire podcast designed to save the world, by promoting the fact that I want to actually blow the world up, unless you can come convince me here every Friday at 10 a.m. on Facebook Live. I'm doing this one a little bit early today because I have some medical appointments at 10:30. I'm just afraid they'll show up early. So that's why this show's early today. But when, that's why I can't talk a lot about what goes on in the military, because I didn't have that experience. So I don't know what that's like. I can guess at what it's all like. Like I said, this is not something I know a whole lot about, but I do have respect and honor for those people who joined the service. And why not give them the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, maybe, just maybe, things can get easier. We have to do a little bit to get a little bit. Our military doesn't just help with wars and stuff. Remember, the coronavirus, and we're getting things set up and trying to protect ourselves from that. We had a bunch of people with FEMA issues, and I know it's FEMA, but still the military still comes to help kind of, make sure everything goes smoothly. With all the disasters happening around the world right now, and we're sending our men and women into places who actually need help with search and rescue and other things. So, when I think about what it means to be an American, I think about one thing. How did I get here? And I have to say to myself, if it hadn't been for the people who stole the land of the indigenous people and made all of the country that they were planning to make, it didn't turn out okay for me, because I have a freedom here, freedom to have a podcast that talks about my evil plan and or lack thereof, because I'm really just trying to get you here every week to view my videos so that you can help me stop. And I can actually save the world instead of end the world. Just going to pull out the old evil book here and remind you, I've got plans. Y'all think I'm not serious. Y'all think I'm really just talking out of my butt about this evil plan. You know what? Maybe the day comes around and I just do it for grins and giggles and it actually works. What the hell? Just because I thought it might be fun to try to do it. I hope you stop me when that eventuality does come. But for right now, I've got my evil plan, and I want you to come here every week to stop me to do that. That's part of it. Let's talk about the Legion, a different kind of army. Hey, if you guys want, you can guys go join my new group, which is designed for fans of the Josh Show. So if I am getting somebody who wants to discuss episodes or give me topic ideas or wants to be a part of the show, I'm trying to give you guys a forum to do that. So it's called the Pit of Despair, and all you guys got to do is join the group, and I'll approve you, and then we can all talk about past episodes or future episodes as well as we need them. So, because we all need an army, right? Raise an army to stand in front of the wild press, a magic red button. See, the whole premise of my evil plan is ridiculous. You should all be laughing your asses off, because I'm saying to you right now, I'm going to push a giant magic button that magically destroys yours all at once. Disintegrates it. And then, before that, I tried raising the world's worst demon army to stand in front of me on top of those innocent people, and then the corrupted people somewhere in the middle there, just in case they get past anything else. So, it goes innocent, then it goes evil people, not necessarily evil entities, then it goes evil entities, demons, and stuff like that. So if you can get through the demons, you have to get through the corrupted souls, then you have to get through the innocent people who are just sitting there stopping you. They're not violent, they're just going to stop you from stopping me. So if you can get there before I press the magic red button, there you go. So we're working on the last 10 minutes here, guys, so I want to touch base with you about something. I guess I have a kind of a mini series, a daily journey through the PICC line. What that's all about is that I am chronologically my PICC line duties because I was in the hospital a week ago, like I said, and I had a massive back infection, which caused me to have that in my back, and now I have to do this PICC line 3 times a day, every day for 6 weeks. Well, maybe 5 weeks now, because I've got, before Christmas I'll be done, So, if you are interested in following me around, I'm trying to do that in a comical, satirical way. I'm also reminding you about my weekly, my shows. These shows are more of my talk show / bring guests on. I am going to have a guest on in a couple weeks called the Geocides Band, so go check them out before so we can talk about them during the episode. And I'm really, really excited about that because I honestly don't know anything about their music or anything. I like when I don't know because I actually get to find out during the interview process what's going on there. And I can ask real live questions about what's really happening with them because I don't know the answers beforehand. Therefore, you can get a genuine reaction from me and what my genuine reaction is. So, there's that. So if you guys want to come look at my journey through the PICC line, it's called Jebediah's Journey Through the PICC Line. I will put a link or a video in the chat below. Guys, I am really, really tired today. I'd love to maybe talk 10 more minutes, but I'm trying to think of what else I can talk about. Let's talk about duty and honor a little bit. Duty is just your commitment to the person you've pledged your loyalty to, the rules that you've adopted, defending the United States Constitution, are literally the only things that hold you accountable, are those oaths in the military. And when you finally do get in there, you have to do the job or do the thing that you said you wanted to do. Like pass basic training, get into an actual unit, go where you go, and then serve for a certain amount of time, and then maybe you've only served the shortest amount of time. You still get benefits after a short time, like 4 years. I think you have to go to your local website and check that shit out because I don't know what I'm talking about with that crap. So I have no clue. It's not like I said, I'm not an expert. But, okay, let's talk about honor. Duty is all about you just following the orders you've been given by upholding yourself to the oath that you made. I hope you're doing that. Honor is a different thing because that's you putting your best self forward. You're going to stand up for the best parts of America, and you're not going to let America get hurt by doing something stupid that might endanger America. You're going to hold yourself accountable for your own actions as well. So not only do you have your military unit holding you accountable, you have yourself holding you accountable, and you have us holding you accountable. And then you've got to answer to a president who's ultimately in charge of what you do. But if we don't respect the man in charge, we won't respect the military, I guarantee you. And I have a lot of respect for Joe Biden, and I see that his age is failing. But you know what? That's okay. That's why we have a system of government design. If he catches COVID and dies, we have a new vice president, and maybe people won't like that, but if that's what happens, that's what happens. I'm not wishing that on my favorite president besides Barack Obama today. I know people are all worried about all these taxes he's adding. He's also trying to make sure that the top 1% are the ones paying those taxes. Not the people who are like you, me, the normal people. But then, and you're going to say, well, they're going to take that and they're going to charge more for their services. Well, that's their company to decide to do. But if they do that, and they make it harder for us again, and we have to go through this again, we're going to resent the hell out of them, maybe not shop there anymore. So, Support your local military, support your local family member, support your local friend, support your random stranger on the street who came in for ice cream. As long as you're not bothering them, please say thank you. Please say thank you for your service, or say thank you. I just want to say thank you for what you did in the military. You don't have to say for your service. I know some people have a problem with that. It's like, don't thank me for my service. I did that because it was my duty to do that. That was my job, you know. So I don't know. Be kind of, be respectful. If they say thank you or don't say anything, just move along and move past, because you know what? We don't need that negativity. And they might be dealing with some PTSD stuff or other medical stuff. Not everyone comes home whole. Sometimes you come home with PTSD, or you come home with really bad, injury, or you come back with your death because you don't come back. You're risking your little life to be a part of this group. So, it's great to see that you all are coming to visit me here. I want to thank my military family for everything they do for us every day. One last time before I go, thank you very much for your service. Thank you very much for your duty and your honor. But most of all, thank you for letting us have a country like this because of you. Not perfect. It will never be perfect, but we will get the right rhythm down eventually. So I want to say thank you guys for joining me here at the Josh Show today, and give you a little wave off here. And then don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget, you can come in next week, Friday at 10 a.m., Facebook Live. We're going to be talking about the Native American people, and I'm very passionate about that. So be prepared for some random babbling madness. Okay? See you next week, guys. Bye.